they teased us with the unknown and Gen 2 stuff. But then they said, nah man, take this one instead. Threw us a curveball and boom! Straight into Gen 6 and it's cooking, people. Hello, I am CouchPikmin and I have 5 big theories I will go into depth for this new game, Pokemon Legends Z to A, which got shown on Pokemon Day 2024. So like and subscribe for everything on Pokemon and the joy it brings us. By the way, thanks so much for all the comments and subs on that video. Pokemon Legends Z to A could be my future now, and I'm very happy that I'm here to show my theories that I have and my thoughts about this. It's going to be amazing. Roll the first theory. Woo-hoo-hoo! My first theory starts as we are exploring the time somewhere from 3,000 years ago to modern Lumos City, as we see in game, anime, possibly an industrial evolution Lumos. Lumos City has become too human. It has caused the ecosystem to shift and become unstable. Zygarde, as the guardian of the ecosystem, had asked humans to change this. Your quest is to work with the urban planning department in Lumos City to investigate the research, the natural habitats of Pokemon, and plan the redevelopment of the city in order to accommodate for the Pokemon lifestyles and harmonise and conflicting human Pokemon ideals. So we are chosen to redevelop and remodel the city so humans and Pokemon can coexist and the ecosystem will once again be in balance. Reasons to the story of the theory: the trailer, the vision of Pokemon and human integration was mentioned multiple times. The title, Z to A, could be interpreted as Z to A. Z is designed to represent Zygarde, the colour scheme and hexagonal pattern. A has a leafy design, could be Arceus related, however unlikely, could be another grass-like Pokemon, or just has a representation of current Lumos City, integrated design with Pokemon and nature in mind. The title is a nod to the king, Immortal AZ from X and Y, who has seen the move and progress within Lumos City. It is unclear whether he is related to this game. However, he has a large part in the original X and Y story as the ancestor of main villain and origin of the ultimate weapon. His timeline would be going from A, past, to Z, present or future. Our timeline, however, is flipped as we progress from Z, now, to A, past. The difference is somewhat supported by the futuristic urban map shown before the historical one. Could be a stretch as it is difficult to imagine backwards progress. The second theory will be focused on AZ and Area Zero. As shown in the flashback with AZ, it shows a war between that we fought, where Kalos and Kanto, referencing the war spoken by Lieutenant Surge in Kanto, but I believe now that the war is between Kalos and Paldea, as they are very close and it's very far in the past. 3,000 years in the past to be exact. When AZ fired the ultimate weapon, it must have created a huge crater in the earth, and in Paldea, they don't exactly tell us how the crater got there, and they are very close regions. Area Zero is way too close in name to AZ, so there is a connection here. I think Terrapagus is connected to the crystals, meaning that the ultimate weapon was created from the crystals, as they are stellar types, and it looked like them. Terrapagos has the power to transport people from a different time, shown in the DLC, just like in Ultra Sun, where Lysander was transported by the ultimate weapon, with Rainbow Rocket, as it's made of the same crystals that Terrapagos uses and wields. When EZ used the device to revive his Floette, he and Floette became immortal, but EZ's body grew in size as he was exposed to the energy from the machine. Which brings me to the Herba Mystica. Guess what that does to Pokemon when consumed? You guessed it. It makes them giant, like the Titans around Paldea, when playing through the game. Side note, Bulbapedia says that Area Zero was created 1 million years ago, which would toss this theory out the window, but let's say it wasn't, since Terrapagos has been sleeping in the Underdepths for a few million years. That boy be crusty, man. Because of the seismic shifts. Has it actually, or has it come from space, which I'll go into a bit later. My third theory about the war 3,000 years ago. I did some research about wars, including Spain and France, and the Spanish Empire, of which the Emperor was mentioned in Paldea history. The war that was stopped by AZ using the ultimate weapon is a war between the what are now Alliance of Chaos, Paldea, and perhaps others. Roman Catholic regions of Europe. We have visuals of Roman-like helmets hinting at other regions involved, against Muslim kingdoms, which we don't quite have games on. Most of modern Spain area by 1000 was part of the Muslim kingdoms. The war was most fought on the now Spanish lands, the Iberian Peninsula. This war would correspond to the period before the King of all Spain, or the Emperor, after 1072, although the war in reality span all the time from 711 and to 1492. It could be that this is the war that AZ stopped, which originally would last longer without his interference. AZ being the King of Chaos at the time, around 3,000 years ago, is a bit sketchy though, as the visuals we have of the war from X and Y and Pokemon Generations has him clothed in rags, and his favourite Pokemon Floette stolen from him. Who would steal from a king? He also did not personally fight in the war, or on the other hand, he did not manage to create the life-bringing and destroying machine, which would be extremely difficult to hide or fund, as well as his Pokemon being returned to him could be seen as respect, so he must have had some social standing at least. After the war, the Paldean Empire did not properly start until roughly 2,000 years ago, according to Bulbapedia, which could correspond to roughly 1070s in reality, and only developed significantly and unified Paldea as a single country around 800 years ago. Here are some facts from Wikipedia. Alfonso VI is the first to use the title Emperor. In Spain by 1072 he ruled most of his father's realms and has been called King of all Spain. Alfonso VII also called himself Emperor Alfonso. He ruled areas including Leon and Zaragoza. Could be a nod to Mesagoza in Paldea. Would you look at that? Also, Leon literally means lion, and wide connection to Lysander and the Pyroars in Kalos. How AZ is connected to the royalty of Leon in Spain. My fourth theory will involve Mega Evolution and Rayquaza coming back. From the games, we know that Rayquaza is the first Pokemon to Mega Evolve. At least we theorise that Rayquaza's the first, due to consuming meteors in space as it flies around the ozone layers. He's a hungry lizard, people. He has to eat. Big lizard man, he's got to eat. It's lived for millions of years, and the research into Mega Evolution could be way bigger here in this new game, where you would have to travel back into the past and research the stones from space as well as Rayquaza. I mean, it's in the anime again and has connection to Terrapagus. In the Delta episode of Alpha Sapphire, we ride Rayquaza to stop the meteor which has Deoxys inside of it, which implies that Deoxys may be able to Mega Evolve as well, because the rock holds Mega Energy. Terrapagus might also be from space, and fell down in a meteor like Deoxys did, due to it being stellar type, which sounds like it's from space, which it could have created the crater as it impacted, which could explain the large mountains around Area Zero. Rayquaza and Terrapagus in its stellar form have similarities, being they both have the same abilities, that they can both eliminate weather effects, meaning more connection between both of them. Fun facts. The final fifth theory will be on this new symbol right here, that little one. I saw in the trailer for Pokemon Legends Z to A a weird new symbol that is shown twice. First time very fast, and then shown again near the end. Now I'll show this image to you and let's look at the yellow sparkle that hasn't connected to any of the new Pokemon. For example, blue, Terrapagus, green, Ogerpon, and pink, Peachurant. My point here is that the new symbol shares similarities to the Terra Crystals, Sparkles. And it's yellow, so is the missing mythical, rumoured right now, going to appear in this game alongside Zygarde and connect us to Paldea again. Right at the end of the yellow symbol is shown, it cuts to black, and just for the smallest second a bright greeny yellow light flutters at the top left and left of the screen, like it was showing a Pokemon moving. So the new mythical, I believe, is a moth with bright coloured wings that are yellow and green, which would share resemblance to Grassy A on the title. Whew! Conclusion summary. Why are we locked in only Lumos City? This is the most developed city of the region, and the only one heavily industrial with zero consideration to Pokemon friendly designs. Perhaps we will experience a locked area problem. Customizing your character might be way better than before, as X and Y did give a lot of very cool outfits to select from. New Mega Pokemon will be a normal thing again, and I'm very happy about that. I was sad when they left us back then, but I'm truly happy about it now. Voice acting, people. I can hear some faint voices in the trailer, but this could be the time when they bring it. As they said, this is an ambitious game. It could be that Zygarde or another Pokemon will seal us in the city until it is improved. The other areas could be simulations using the modern technology. We would be experiencing different zones, but in reality, be inside the city still. The city has developed hugely since the last time we saw it, and will keep expanding, and more poke-friendly environments are introduced. Lumos City is a massive metropolis with countless districts, including safari parks, forests, bodies of water, etc., where we can meet, catch the wild Pokemon. We will see the city development in real time and have countless mini quests and side stories. Questions. Do we have any questions? Class? Alright. Will we have extra lore? Information about the war? Did the ghost girl from X and Y, when she said, "You are not the one," mean the player from Legends Z to A is the one? Does it mean there will be more time travel like in Legends Arceus? Will we see Terrapicus again? More story on Mega Evolution and its connection to the Terra Crystals? Does Lysander come back? Will it be future to past or past to future? Okay. Whew. Breathe. Breathing is good. Drink some water. I hope everyone enjoyed this big theory video. Take care. Go play some X and Y. And I'll see ya next time.